What is up, guys? It is Crimson here once again, and I'm bringing you a Guardian deck profile. Dread Scythe and Eidos are the two main cards. I am using Equipment Restock, which, if you didn't know, if you have 3 or more, let's see if I can get to a second read exactly. If you have 3 or more equipped spells in your graveyard, randomly add 1 equipped spell card in your graveyard to your hand. Return all other equipped spell cards in your graveyard to the deck. You can use this skill once per duel. Now, the reason why I'm using this is because when this card gets destroyed, either from hand or field, and this is in your hand, you get to special summon it. And then when he is special summoned, you get to equip it with Riper Scythe. There we go. And then he gains 500 for each card, each monster in the graveyard. It makes it kind of broken. And when he's destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can discard a monster card, special summon them back, and re-equip the Dread Scythe. Now, when you have an opponent that is sitting there just like blowing through them, destroying them, you use Equipment Restock to re-put them back in there, because you can only use it 3 times where you'd be equipped, but you can, equip it from hand. It doesn't have to equip from deck, which is a good thing. So when you add that one to hand, you can go ahead and just equip it right away. And I do have some replays. They're not spicy replays. In my last video, I was showing a little bit of this deck. I got a few more replays, so I'm going to show you that right now. Alright, first, this one was in the other one. I'm just going to show you this because you might have not seen it. It's pretty fun. It's competitive? No. Could you make it competitive? Yeah, maybe. Maybe like you can splash it somewhere. YuGiOh maybe. The only problem with YuGiOh is if you have to do it as an OTK. You have to end them right then, because you're just gonna demo it, and you're gonna empty your hand before you know it, and you're gonna run out of Red Sights. So you're just gonna sit there with a 25 beater on field, and you can't. And one drawback is you can't normal or special summon, but you can set. That is the one drawback. This isn't the exact deck profile that I worked with last time, but Alright, so we're going against a Buster Blader. 1 set, 2 set, so that's really scary. Because normally if they have 2 set, that just means they're about to go in it. So he tributes to summon Buster Blader. He doesn't attack. He thinks it's something else. I activate this. He activates Floodgate, which really makes me happy. Number 1, I have an AD in Graveyard. Number 2, it's not a DNA surgery. Let's keep going. If it was a DNA surgery, that would be really, really scary. So at that point in time, I know that I can potentially have game. So I went ahead and added the second Egotist. Alright, now right here, I misplayed. Instead of destroying right away, I could have special summoned another Egotist, because if I have no monsters in my graveyard, I can special summon it. And I misplayed. I could have special summoned 1, had a bigger game, special summon it to the field, destroy 1 from hand, then do Dread Scythe. But I don't think this guy knows exactly what he's doing. So he goes into Buster Blader, and I just finish up after that. He literally, like, when he fusioned it, he gave me a bonus. He sent more cards to the graveyard. That's where he misplayed. And then we'll go to here. You're going to get some I was thinking, man, I'm about to get really messed over, because he's going to be running, what was it? He's going to be running Harpies, which I haven't. Why isn't nobody running Harpies? Is it that bad, or is it nobody's running traps? I've seen Decade run it, but like the Neos build, a lot of these are unranked, just because if I go into ranked, I couldn't get one. I think I got 1 in ranked, maybe, might be the last one. I wish they'd add like a second casual, like, or just straight up like if you lose 10 times you can't. That's all you can play for that day. In casual, something like that, so that way you keep the farmers out. So he sets, which really makes me happy. I think I could just swing in at this point in time, which is what I'm gonna do. No, yeah, I swing in. I'm like, you fool! Do you not know what these cards do? Do you not know what I just added to my hand? I think he just really wanted to just end the game. That's what I really think. So I got sphered. I attack for the 16. Alright, so I'm at 40, which is really awesome. He's gonna go ham right here. And what I wanted to do right here, and it's important if you ever think about playing this deck, always have a monster in hand. If you don't have a monster in hand, you can very easily lose. It messes up all your plays. I wanted to set, but I didn't. I just stacked on Sure Legacy Clash, and it's kind of broken. I can't attack directly. They need to fix that card. I guess because it's the attack target is no longer on field. But you should be able to redeclare your attack target. Alright, he's going Gear Town, and I'm like, okay. This makes this game a little bit easier. So I attack for game. And if I didn't have game right there, I could have activated Treacherous, but I was just waiting for him to have a response. If he had a sphere, I was going to Treacherous my own Dread Scythe, ditch it, special summon, destroy one of his cards also, special summon again, and then attack for game. So I mean, it can get around, like if you have the right setup, you can get around Spheric Rebo, or you know, Treacherous. Treacherous is a really good card in this deck because you can destroy your own Dread Scythe and one of their monsters. Like let's say they have a monster on the field that you can't get around. You can destroy it and yours, or if they lowered your attack so many times with Wall of D or something like that, and you can't get over, you can just literally like destroy your own card and equip it with another Dread Scythe and go in. So it's really, really useful. I didn't look. Is this one ranked or not? I don't think so. It might be. So open up pretty bad here. So I'm gonna set. I'm not gonna try to thin my deck, because if I thin it too much, I'm not gonna have any resources to destroy my Guardian Equitus. So, oh yeah, I think this one's ranked because I remember running into a Dark Magician player, and the ending is kind of fun. So I'm having to play around navigation, and with him doing plays like that, adding 3 Dark Magicians to hand, I know he has a navigation set. So with a navigation set, he's going to activate it. Dark Magic Attack. I'm going to chain that and just go ahead and just get rid of everything. Now with him being so cautious, I know he has a second one. I have no monsters in hand. I could have special summoned the Dread Scythe. I mean the whatchamacallit, but I'm going to special summon the Dread Scythe. I'm going to equip it, and he's going to be a big boy. So attack right here. Of course, I was waiting on that second navigation. Now this is where it gets kind of fun. Okay, so I can't get over it. He's playing some good stuff right here. So he navigations that, so nothing happens. So I was like, okay, I'll just swing into this, kill it, special summon it back, Dread Scythe it up, attack again. At this point, he can summon, add another navigation. That's his third and final navigation to special summon. Tribute summon, so I can't activate spells from hand, which I'm fine with. He's going to navigation. This is bringing her down to 1,000. He's going to tribute her off for Magician's Rod. Because if he were to take that 6k, it would have been 5k. So I clear his board. There's not much he can do right here. He has a Dark Magician in hand. He's out of plays. He really is. And he scoops. So yeah, that's gonna be this deck. This is the deck profile. I'll give y'all another glance at the deck list. And I had fun playing it. I mean, it's like I said, it's not competitive. Legend 1 Dark Magician player that really he couldn't do anything with Dread Scythe except for negate it and attack it with a bigger monster, and then it's just gonna come back. He didn't deplete my sources quick enough, and he depleted all of his way too quickly. But yeah, this is the deck. It's pretty good, and I have another deck coming up. I got some kinks to work out. I don't want to go there. I got some kinks to work out on it. My phone's dying, guys. It's dying. It's at 5%. I can barely see this. I'm pretty sure I don't have a problem, but this is the deck I'm working on. Now it's a dragon defensive deck, like the piercing, not defensive, but piercing deck. The main objective is I have warriors and I have dragons. I plan on making it pure dragons, but like I said in the last video, I should have got this with my SR ticket, but I picked up something else that I thought was more needed, because I had scrapped the idea on this deck until I wanted to build this deck again. So part of the Guardians increases their attack. I have Chorus back row to help, but the main thing is the Vang and the Turret Wing. Gets this guy out. I have these guys left over from another build, which I might come back and visit, so I don't know, so I'm leaving it like that. But this guy, you can equip it to a monster and it gains 3 attacks. Well, if you equip it to him and you have this on 3 attacks, that's 1500 he gains, plus he's making 3 attacks, so automatically first attack is 23 with piercing, and then the next is 28 with piercing, and the next is 33 with piercing. But also the dragon gives him a bonus, so plus 5 to all that. It makes it, it's plus 4 or 5? I think it's plus 4. Yeah, it's plus 4. So it really adds a lot of like OTK potential, because I mean, even these low level guys, and I have these for draw. I'm thinking about taking them out and just making a pure dragon and just adding in 2 more of these, and maybe there's a card that allows you to attack 3 times. It's a level 3, and just adding him in here so that way I can attack 3 times. Even into a defensive position monster or something. Maybe even add some of the different cards right here on my trap cards. Maybe something like floodgates or something like that, to put things into defense position or where they can't change it, and have fun with that. But yeah, I mean, this deck's probably, if I might change the Hatronades to spell shattering arrows, to where they can't activate anything. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty legit deck. I've played just NPCs. I've won maybe 1 PvP with it. I'm not quite sure if it's competitive or not. But I had fun with it. Your opponent doesn't suspect it. It can't be really competitive because it doesn't have enough. But I'm working on it. I can definitely try to make it competitive. But thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all enjoy it. Peace out.